Hey everybody, this is Sean Vargas, and welcome to the 18th episode of WrestlePop mixing pro wrestling and pop culture. My aim with WrestlePop is for you to be yourself as I review wrestling events, live concerts, conventions, or sporting events. Today I am going to review The Joker. This is a spoiler review. If you did not see the movie, please don't watch this review. Watch the movie and check out the spoiler review afterwards. Don't forget, this is a spoiler review. I will now do my countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Joke's on you. So I saw The Joker on Thursday evening. The Joker was directed by Todd Phillips and stars Robert De Niro as Mary Franklin, Brett Cullen as Thomas Wayne, Zazie Beetz as Sophie Drummond, Frances Conroy as Penny Fleck, Sharon Washington as a social worker, and of course Joaquin Phoenix in a tour de force performance as Arthur Fleck slash Joker. The origin story of Joker is a provocative psychological tragedy in which we follow the origin story of the Joker. It follows Arthur Fleck, who struggles with mental illness, including a nervous laughing condition or pseudobulbar effect (PBA). Fleck also suffers from delusions of grandeur and is plagued with negative thoughts. He lives in a rundown neighborhood of Gotham City in an apartment with his mother. He works as a party clown for the Ha Ha Company and is ostracized by society, including getting beaten up by teens. He has dreams and aspirations of being a comedian, just like Murray Franklin. He is given a gun by one of his co-workers to protect himself. Now, Fleck is doing a routine at a children's hospital and accidentally drops the gun doing a routine. The co-worker who gave Arthur the gun lies, resulting in Fleck getting fired. Fleck unintentionally started a clown movement by shooting 3 Wayne Enterprises businessmen, 2 in self-defense and 1 execution style. He finds out through a letter by his mother that Penny Fleck had a relationship with Thomas Wayne, who was running for mayor after working for the Waynes many years ago, and that he may be Thomas Wayne's father. Arthur realizes the truth, that he was actually adopted. His mother suffers from mental illness. His mother allowed her boyfriend to sexually abuse him and suffers from head trauma as a result of the physical abuse from the boyfriend. Now, Fleck kills his mother in the hospital, the co-worker who lied on him, and in the midst of the clown movement against the upper class, a fully realized Joker, live on the Murray Franklin show, tells morbid jokes, admits to killing 3 businessmen, and kills Murray Franklin after realizing that Franklin brought him on the show to make fun of him. Now, Joker is arrested. He is rescued by 2 of his sympathizers and creates the signature Joker grin with his own blood while standing on top of the hood of a police car while being surrounded and adorned by the clown crowd. Ironically, at the same time, this clown movement inspired the birth of Batman, as one of the sympathizers, or probably Joe Chill, guns down Thomas Wayne and Martha in front of Bruce Wayne in Crime Alley after they leave the theater. The ending sees Fleck in Arkham in a room with a psychiatrist who asks him, "What's the joke?" We then cut to the hallway and we see Joker walking down the hall, leaving a trail of bloody footprints, implying that he killed the psychiatrist, and Joker is being chased by orderlies. The best part of the movie is Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of Arthur Fleck slash Joker. I believe he lost 50 pounds for this role. His physicality in portrayal of this individual struggling with mental illness to the birth of the maniacal Joker was spot on. We were able to feel the pain that Fleck felt through Phoenix's portrayal. I believe that Joaquin Phoenix is going to win an Oscar in 2020. That is two times in which the role of Joker resulted in an Oscar win, as Heath Ledger won posthumously an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in 2009 for his riveting portrayal of the Joker in 2008's The Dark Knight. Joaquin Phoenix, I believe, is going to win an Oscar for Best Actor. Now, there are two scenes that represent the fall of Arthur Fleck involving a set of neighborhood stairs. At the beginning of the movie, Fleck goes up the stairs and is slumped over. Usually, going up the stairs is a sign of overcoming obstacles or ascension. An example is Rocky jogging up the stairs of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. He emerges with his hands raised up, a fighter. This is not so with Fleck, who emerges a man that is broken. Later in the movie, after brutally murdering the coworker, we see Fleck in full Joker regalia, confidently dancing while walking on the same set of stairs while heading to the Murray Franklin show. He is confident when he goes down the stairs, not up the stairs. In essence, Arthur Fleck is descending into madness, and what emerges is the Joker. As I stated earlier, Joker is a provocative movie that has spurred lots of conversations. I would like to address three issues in this review. The first theme is there are two sides of the psychological coin. This is an origin story of one out of many interpretations of one of Batman's greatest villains, who happens to be a homicidal maniac. We are all familiar with the many origins of Batman in which Bruce Wayne's parents were gunned down in front of him, from the comics to the live action movies. This is the first time that we are seeing an origin story of his greatest foe being played on the big screen. We are able to see both sides of the psychological coin. On one side, there is Bruce Wayne. On the other side, we see Arthur Fleck. The question is, what is the difference between Arthur Fleck and Bruce Wayne? Both of them suffered from trauma. Arthur Fleck was sexually abused and suffered head trauma at the hands of his mother's boyfriend. Bruce Wayne suffered from trauma after his parents were murdered in front of him. Both struggle with mental health issues. Arthur Fleck suffers from delusions, has a nervous laughing condition, has homicidal tendencies, and has difficulties with relationships and dresses up as a clown. Bruce Wayne dresses up like a bat and has difficulties with relationships as well. In essence, there are two sides of the psychological coin. Both suffer from trauma, and both suffer from a form of mental illness, yet Joker seeks chaos and disruption through murder, while Batman seeks to restore harmony. I know that Bruce Wayne had a father figure in Alfred, while Arthur Fleck did not have a figure to guide him, as his adopted mother also struggled with mental health issues. Now, I am reminded of the X-Men, in which Charles Xavier and Eric Lencher, Magneto, who are both allegories of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X respectively, seek to address humanity. Both suffered from racism and trauma. Yet Charles Xavier seeks cooperation with humanity, while Magneto, who was a product of the concentration camp, seeks to destroy humans. What makes them different? I would love to see a spirited debate between Professor X and Magneto, or most definitely Batman and Joker played out. No violence, just talking, no violence, just talking one to one. Even in our society, what makes a person who has experienced trauma or mental health turn to a life of crime, and another person seek to restore justice by becoming an attorney, police officer, teacher, social worker, or seeks to help others? All of us have the tendency to do good or bad things. Are we one bad day from becoming a Joker? In essence, the first theme from the Joker is there are two sides of the psychological coin. The second theme from the Joker is mental health. Arthur Fleck struggles with mental illness. He suffers from pseudobulbar or nervous laughing condition, has illusions of grandeur, and has homicidal thoughts. He is also on 7 different medications. Him talking to Murray Franklin in the middle of the movie was also a delusion or an imagination. Arthur Fleck was a horrible narrator, as it was hard to tell whether the ending was imagined or not, or even parts of the movie was imagined or not. We got a glimpse into Fleck's struggles through a page in his notebook which states, the struggle with mental health is that people expect you to behave as if you don't. Yet there was one scene in the movie that was very telling. It was when the social worker had to terminate their therapeutic relationship due to funding cuts. Again, it was when the social worker had to terminate their therapeutic relationship due to funding cuts. She told Arthur, they don't give an expletive about people like you, and they don't give an expletive about people like me. Where was Arthur Fleck going to get or find his or be prescribed his medication? I have been in the field of mental health for the past 20 years, and I believe that the field is not respected. Mental health is scapegoated for mass shootings, and fundings for programs are cut. Also, Joker represents an extreme version of the psychopathology scale of mental health. People that struggle with mental health are generally not violent. There are various other forms of mental health, including phobias, OCD, sleep disorders, ADHD, depression, trauma. Instead of labeling people that struggle with mental health as violent, let's improve funding so that we are able to effectively address the social emotional needs of children and people that struggle with mental illness. The third theme from the Joker movie is society. Gotham was rough in the movie, and there was a clear separation between the rich and the poor. In essence, society can be rough. In the beginning, Arthur was beaten up by minority teenagers, and the Wayne businessmen were being very disrespectful to the women on the subway train before they turned their attention to Arthur after Arthur was laughing nervously. Arthur, who struggled with mental illness, yet he was ostracized by society. He was trying to make a child laugh on a bus, however, the mother thought he was bothering her child. He has to walk around with a card discussing his nervous condition in case he laughs nervously. After shooting the businessman, Thomas Wayne called people clowns, which inflamed the clown movement. Society can be rough. Even right now, there is racism, bullying, classism. The rich keep getting rich, the poor keep getting poor. Gender discrimination, sexual orientation discrimination. Those struggling with mental illness, health are ostracized. Our current political environment is toxic, and families looking for a better way of life are being separated at the border and placed in cages. All of the Joker movement created chaos. I believe movements are important to create change resulting in harmony. The civil rights movement, spurred by Martin Luther King Jr., resulted in the African Americans' right to vote and the end of desegregation. I spoke with my sister who also saw the movie. She felt bad for Arthur Fleck. Yet she stated that the law is a law. I empathize with Arthur Fleck due to his trauma and struggles with mental illness and due to being ostracized by society. However, I don't sympathize with his cause. One does not have the right to hurt or harm people. One does not have the right to kill people in mass shootings or make people suffer your pain. Movements should be about creating harmony. My question is, why is that people join gangs or join movements that cause harm to others like hate groups? I've had trauma in my life, yet I believe in helping others. Hope and giving others hope is what drives me. Maybe what we need to start doing is being kind to and understanding each other so that we can create a just, righteous society for all. In conclusion, Joker is a provocative tour de force. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Joaquin Phoenix should definitely earn an Oscar for Best Actor. Now, I am going to have my review for WWE Hell in a Cell tonight. Until then, this is Sean Vargas for WrestlePop signing off. Be yourself, and this has been the Team Vargas Initiatives production.